Welcome, everyone, and we are excited to have us here for our third day of our webinar series. So, my name is Josh, and I'm part of the customer success team here at Sched. And today we'll be exploring our registration and ticketing features in details, highlighting how these tools can enhance the event experience for everyone involved. So, the sessions or our session will last between 30 minutes to an hour. So we'll also be having like a Q&A section. So feel free to submit your questions through chat or through the QA function. We also do have here Jawad from our sales team who will help us moderate the webinar and answer some of your questions. And this webinar is being recorded and we'll share the recording with you afterward. And also for easier interaction, please rename yourself to include your name. Let me also do that on my end. So let's start our day three webinar by discussing the registration and ticketing feature. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick here. There. So let's start by exploring our registration and ticketing feature on how it works and how they can also benefit with your event experience. So from your event, uh, please go to your control panel, click View Control Panel, uh, and then Registration tab, then click registration form. So this form simplifies the sign up process, allowing you to collect necessary information effectively and it also streamlines attendee registration and ensure that you gathered all the details you need for a smooth event. So from the registration form, here's where you can see if ever that you need to ask questions to your attendees. So what will happen depending on your event privacy, if your event privacy is set to open sign up, so after they have registered themselves, is there will be a registration form pop-up that they need to answer. And if ever that you have an invite only login event privacy, once you send an invite and they created their password, there will be a pop-up or a registration form pop-up. So please do note that if ever that it's an open sign up and the attendee register themselves, the only time that they will be added on the attendee list is after that they have answered the registration form. Unlike with the invite only login, so since it's the event planner who added the attendees manually to the event, they will be added to the attendee list right away, but they will still need to log in and access their Sched account for them to be able to fully register to the event or to answer the registration form. So to toggle on the registration or to turn on the registration is you need to toggle on enable Sched registration from here. Um, you can see on here the attendees who registered. You can also see on here or view the registrants. You can click view registrants on here, or another way is going to the attendees, then click registrants. So in that way, you will be seeing who are the attendees that will be registering for your event. Let me show you how it looks like. So here's an example of the registrant page, and what we do have here is the registration date. So you can sort them by the registration date. However, if you wanted to download a report, you can also do that by going to the reports tab. So after going to the reports tab, you'll be seeing the registration report under attendees that you can download using a CS that will be downloaded as a CSV file. So going back to the registration form page, so aside from the attendees registered, you also do have here percent registered. So the percent registered based on how many attendees you have from the attendee list. So as you can see on here, that we do have 26 attendees from our attendee list, and 16 of them have registered to the event. So that means that 61% of those attendees have registered. So also we do have this is just a new one that we you can also require speakers to register, because for the enable Sched registration, this is only for solely for attendees. So if ever that you also wanted for the speakers to register or answer the registration form, so you can also enable this require speaker to register. However, please do note that they will not be counted to the attendees register, because this is only for attendees. However, please also do note that the speakers, if ever that they have a speaker role and they started adding sessions to their schedule, automatically they will have an attendee role. So they will now be listed under the attendees registered. So because with Sched, you can have multiple roles for each profile. So what I love about the registration form is because on here is you can ask different questions to your attendees, like t-shirt sizes, so dietary restrictions, for example. So you can ask different kinds of questions from here. So what we also do have here is an intro message and a confirmation message. So for the intro message, this will be placed on the top part of the registration form. So you can create like a small introduction that the attendee can read. You can also add like an instruction on how to do so on the intro message. And for the confirmation message, is this is after they click register. So the confirmation message will not be sent to their email. Rather, it will be the next page of the registration form. One thing to take note of. So also please do note to click the save messages below. So to make or to save all of the changes that you have made from the registration form. The next one will be the form fields. So from the form fields, the first three fields are required: the first name, the last name, and the email address. But you can change the field's location using the down and up arrow from here. So for example, you wanted to ask the first name, the last name, and then the email. That is possible. Or for example, you just wanted the first name and the last name, and then ask a question, and then move the email address to the last. That is also possible. So with the form fields, we do have three kinds of it. So it can be a text field, it can be a drop down field, and it can also be a checkbox field. So for the drop down field, which is here's an example, is if ever that you wanted to ask specific questions with choices. So for example, for t-shirt sizes, so you can already create like small, medium, and large, so that we can make sure that they will only answer from those questions. Another one is the checkbox. So usually this is widely used by the event planners for the waivers, for an example. To add one is go to the bottom right corner of the registration form, then click plus new field on here, then enter the field caption. The field description will be the description here. Like this, your daytime phone number. So this is an example of field description. Then the field type. So if you prefer text, checkbox, or drop down, then just click add field. So once you add a field, you also have the capability if you wanted to require that certain field. So meaning that they need to answer that before they can go to the next, or they can finish the registration. And also don't forget click the save fields. So you can also delete them if you wanted to delete that said field from here. So the next one that we're going to discuss is tickets. So tickets play a crucial role in managing event access and logistics. So you can create different ticket types such as general admissions or VIP, each offering specific benefits and also access levels. So this helps manage event capacity and provides a variety of options to cater to different preferences and needs. So as you can see here under tickets is we do have 7 tickets at the moment. Also, uh, for the tickets, so what will happen is if you have tickets on sale, so you also need to turn on the registration form, because what will happen if you have tickets is after that the attendee log in to your event, they will first need to choose a ticket. The second part is answering the registration form. And the third one is the confirmation message. However, if there is a payment, so it will be choosing a ticket, answering the registration form, paying for the ticket, and then the confirmation message. So for the payment, we'll also discuss that under the payments tab from here. But let's talk about first about the ticket. So for the ticket, you can add a ticket by clicking the plus sign at the top right corner. Then you can create ticket name description. So you can add any ticket name, ticket description, start sales on, stop sales on. So once it will be a day on here and then a time on the next one. Same with the stop and sales. The quantity, if you leave it empty, it means that it is unlimited. And for the price also, if you leave it also empty, it will be for free. For the ticket will be for free. So once you hover your mouse is you can also see that there will be a ticket key. So this will actually be play a crucial role, especially that when we go to payments later. So let me also just show you on how to change it this time. So for example, whenever that you hover your mouse, you can see that the key is there. So, for example, once you click it or once you click the ticket again or click edit, here's what you can see. It will just be the same, but there is a ticket key attached. So you can change the ticket key from here depending on how you wanted to customize it, because we can actually sort the tickets later also by ticket key. So we can sort them by price, by name, or also by ticket key. So if you prefer to customize them depending on how you wanted it, I actually recommend using the ticket key. So the next one will be the 3 dots from here. So these are the ticket warnings. So if ever that the ticket is already exceeded, or for example is already if you have added ticket sales and it's already full, so what will happen is this is if ever for whenever that the attendee tries to add a sessions to their schedule. If ever that that specific session has a ticket, or have set like a ticket rules on that specific ticket, because with Sched you can also set ticket rules. You'll have like different, if ever that you wanted to have like different levels of access depending on the ticket that they hold. So for example, for the VIP, so it will be an access for all. For the general admission, they can only access the day one. That will be possible. So you, for the ticket warning count exceeded, so you can make changes from here or customized here. Or if ever that you also don't have or you need a ticket to that certain session, you'll also be having this guide, or you can customize how you wanted it to be changed. So aside from uh, creating tickets, what we'll also be discussing is what I have also shared a while ago, which is setting up ticket rules. So, customizing ticket rules to manage how attendees interact with your event. So, by setting up ticket rules for ticket access, it limits the attendee on how they can add sessions to their schedule and also for the availability. So you ensure that the event is organized effectively and that all attendees have a clear understanding of what their ticket provides. So the ticket rules, please do note that this is only available for Boost plan and Premium plans, or Boost plan and Ultra plans, rather. So if you click the down arrow from here, you'll be seeing ticket rules. So for the ticket rules, if you see that there's a parenthesis with numbers, that means that that specific ticket already has a ticket rule. So let's try and go and see the ticket rule under the VIP ticket there. So as you can see that under the VIP ticket, there's two ticket rules, which is the first one is they can add 3 sessions, which will be for all days, and it will only be for the event registration. So once we also discuss the sessions or adding sessions, we'll also discuss on how to add session types, which is also the filters for your event. So if you go to your event or event homepage, you can see different filters from here because we will set ticket rules by filters or by session filters. So here. For example, event registration, which we have on here. So that means that for the event registration filters, they can only add up to 3 sessions, which they can add on all days. So because some event planners would like to, for example, they just wanted to access the day one. So instead of all days, they can change it to a certain date. So that will be possible. Or let's see for some tickets on here that doesn't have a ticket rule. Here, for example, the full conference here. So here's an example on how to set it up. So as you can see here that there's an unlimited session, or you can also choose how many sessions attendee can add on that specific ticket. So here are the days for the session. However, please do note that the days will only be visible from here once you uploaded sessions to your schedule. So if ever that you are trying to add ticket rules and you are not seeing any dates from here, maybe your sessions are not yet published to your event. And here will be the session types. So to add or customize this, you just need to uncheck the all days or and the all types, and then you can choose any from this. So once you have decided, you can click add rule, then click save ticket rule. So you can add more than one rule. So as you can see a while ago that they have added one because for an example that you wanted to for the attendee to only access one session per day. So for example, this will be 2, 4, 6, 7 days, and you want them to be able to access one session per day for 7 days. So if ever that you added here 7 sessions, then you click all days. So that means that the attendee can choose the 7 sessions to all of the days. So that 7 session, he might be able to do that. 4 of them will be on July 17, and then 3 of them under July 20th, which is what you don't want to do. So what will need to happen is you need to change this to one. Then instead of all days is you added the first day, for an example, add rule, then add another rule, change this to one, and then to the second day, and so on. So in that way, we can ensure that they can only choose one session per day. So if ever that you do have questions, especially on the ticket roll, please feel free to use the chat feature and also the Q&A function. I'll be also be happy to help you out regarding that. So the next one that I'm going to discuss after the ticket rules is hiding a ticket. So as you can see also from here that there is an I with a slash, that means that the ticket is hidden. So the reason why we hide a ticket is because we do have coupons or a coupon feature in which you can show or reveal a hidden ticket. So once you type in like a code using a coupon code, the hidden ticket will show up. So this is this can be used if ever that you wanted to have like a sponsor or a free ticket for sponsors, for an example. So you can give them like the coupon code for that. So you can hide them by clicking the down arrow from here, then click hide ticket, or if ever that it's already hidden, unhide ticket. So let's go to the coupons tab. So it will be the same. I'll go to the plus sign at the top right corner. So we do have two coupon types. So it's either a price discount, which will be, it can be like a percentage here or a fixed amount. So you can do like 100% for the percentage or 50% depending on how you want it to. So and also for the reveal hidden ticket. So also please do note that once you created a price discount, we also do have here applicable tickets. So please do add the tickets that is applicable to that specific coupon. Also, recently we just added that now we have redemption limit. So you can actually now limit your coupons so that we can make sure that for example, only 100 can access this specific coupon. Or for example, you wanted this to be one coupon per person, so that will be possible. So you can limit it to one. So for also for the reveal hidden ticket, it will be the same. So there will also be a applicable ticket on here that you need to add so that once they type in that specific coupon, all of the tickets under applicable tickets will show up. So you'll also be having like the valid from and to, so that they can use that coupon only a certain date. And here's where you'll be adding the code for the coupon. So the next one will be the payments. So for the payments, on here is the first thing that we do have on here at the top is on how to connect Stripe. Because if ever that your payment has or your ticket has payments or it is like a paid event, we do have Stripe as our third party. So whenever you can download a report or an invoice from there, and also you will use that for the payments. So with Stripe, you can use like a debit card, a credit card, or you can also enable a pay by invoice, which is POs and checks that we'll also be discussing later on. So uh one thing to take note of that please do also create a Stripe account so that you'll just need to click the connect Stripe from here, then log in using your Stripe account for you to be able to access Stripe. Then the next one will be absorbing ticket fees. So choose to cover the processing fee yourself. So absorbing these fees makes your ticket prices more transparent and also attractive, as attendees will only pay the price displayed without additional fees and checkout. So you can toggle on or off depending on what you wanted to. So for the processing fee. Also, we also do have here limit ticket purchase. So you can toggle on that attendee can only purchase one single ticket. So this is widely used by event planner, especially if their event is using a free ticket. So because we can prevent them to purchase more than one ticket if ever that this is toggled on. The next one is changing the ticket fee currency. So, offering ticket pricing in multiple currency. So, for international events, for an example, displaying prices in different currency makes it easier for global attendees to understand and also complete their purchases. So, we do have several currencies from here, but if ever that you wanted to add another currency that you will use for your event, feel free to reach us out at support@sched.com, and we will loop in our development team to check and also to check if it's possible to add. The next one is the listing order. So this is the one that I have discussed a while ago, in which you can change the listing order of the tickets depending on how you want it to. So you can either list them highest to lowest prices, or the name of the ticket from A to Z, or the ticket key, in which I have discussed to you on how also to change, because you can also customize them by ticket key. So the next one will be the pay by invoice feature. So allowing payments via invoice, check, or purchase order can accommodate different types of attendees, such as corporate clients or groups, offering more flexibility in payment methods. So once you toggle on pay by invoice, on here. So once you click save, you should be able to see another toggle on or off on here if ever that you wanted them to absorb the ticket processing fee. Because usually we separate them, because the processing fee are usually only using via card, but if ever that they're using or they're paying via POs or via check, usually it has no processing fee. So you can also toggle on or off that specific feature. Then just click save at the bottom. The next one will be the ticket holders. So for the ticket holders, this is how you will track ticket sales and monitor attendees. So here's where you can see how many tickets have been sold, and also tickets, how many ticket holders are there. So for example, for the VIP ticket, you can see on here that 13 tickets has been sold, but there's only 9 ticket holders. Let's go ahead and see what's the reason why. Mhm. So as you can see from here, that the reason for that is because some of the attendees have more than one ticket holder, and also maybe some of the attendees who have purchased VIP tickets have been removed to the event. So that means that it has been sold, the total number sold of the tickets. However, you can see on here how many unique ticket holders you do have. So also please do note that being an event planner, you can add tickets to the attendee manually from the back end. So you can bypass adding tickets from the back end, in which we will discuss once we discuss on how to add attendees to your event. But if ever that happened, bypassing tickets or bypassing adding tickets, it will not be added to the ticket sold number, because typically they did not go to the registration and ticketing purchase process. So it will not be added to the ticket sold, but they will be added to the ticket holders. So also, from here, the easiest one to do so uh, or to download is the reports. So from the reports, I actually recommend to download the attendee spreadsheet, because from the attendee spreadsheet, you can see at the last column the ticket key. So what I recommend is to rename the ticket key so that you can see from the attendee spreadsheet what ticket does this attendee hold. So also, depending on the tickets that they do have, is you can also message them per ticket. So once you click the mail icon from here, is you can select if ever that you wanted send a message to all ticket holders or only to a specific ticket holder. Here, for an example, then choose to add your messages from here, and then you can send the message to them right away, or you can also send a test message to yourself. And another option is to schedule a certain message. So the time and date from here will be depending on your time zone. So please do take note of the time zone that you do have from your general settings. And also please do note that once it has been scheduled or sent, is you cannot cancel or edit the message. So that's one thing also to take note of. So that actually concludes our overview of our registration and ticketing features. So we do hope that you now have a clearer understanding on how these tools work and how they can enhance your event experience. So we'll now open the floor to your questions. So feel free to type them in the chat or use the Q&A function. And Jawad from our sales team will answer them for you, or I can also answer them for you directly. So for tomorrow, while we're waiting for some questions, if there's any, is we'll also be discussing on how to add users, including sponsors, speakers, attendees, artists, and exhibitors. So we'll cover both individual adding and also in bulk adding using the spreadsheet. So along with some useful tips and tricks. So we are now on our third day. Our fourth day will be adding users, which will be for tomorrow, and our day 5 will be adding sessions. So for adding sessions, it will also we will also discuss on there on how to add sessions individually one by one or using the spreadsheet. We'll also be discussing pinning, freezing sessions, batch enrolling attendees into a sessions, and tagging. So I think there is no questions. So thank you so much again for joining today's webinar. And if ever that you have further questions or need additional support, don't hesitate to reach us out at support@sched.com. So have a great day and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye for now. Have a good one.